Hello and welcome to the NAB show. I'm Kristen Rogers, joined by two incredible gentlemen over here from Nevion who are really making inroads into live production, transforming the way we manage and execute workflows. I've got Cezary here to my left and Jan here as well too. Thank you both so much for joining me. I'd love to get a little bit more of an introduction for those that are kind of wandering the NAB halls, a little bit more into who you are, and then we're going to get into the company as well. Cezary, please kick us off.
Yeah, welcome. My name is Cezary, and I'm a product manager for the cloud and media networks at Nevion.
Amazing.
Yeah, and thanks for having us. My name is Jan Helgesen, and I'm working as a head of product management in Nevion.
Amazing.
So I've been in the industry for quite some years and followed the transition from IP to now also software. So we're very excited about this journey.
Yeah, incredible journey, incredible innovation that you all are putting together right now. So I'd love to dive in that a little bit more. If you could start us off, tell me a little bit more about what Nevion is as a company and what you all are doing right now.
Yeah, so Nevion is basically a company that's focusing on media transport and processing of media services, combined with orchestration, which we're going to talk a bit about here today. And we've been in the industry for actually over 30 years, so it's quite well established company. And we've been part of the journey from like baseband to IP, well actually via fiber, then to IP, and now we're very much also looking at the transition from IP to software-based solutions and cloud. So this is very interesting journey that the company has been going through during these 30 years. We were acquired by Sony in 2020, so Nevion is a Sony Group company, and that's where we are today. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And also, orchestration is certified as part of the AWS qualified software network as well here too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So our Video iPath media orchestration platform is an AWS partner certified software. So yeah.
Amazing. So obviously, cloud production, there's a lot to it. How do you see cloud production being adopted into live production, and why do you think we're seeing so much of this being adopted into the cloud right now?
Yeah, so first of all, cloud technology transforms live production quite heavily. So we can see new workflows that are being defined, or new concepts like virtual production rooms, VPCRs, or new virtual studios deployed in the cloud. Then obviously the cloud brings a lot of benefits for the cloud production. Things like cost efficiency, which fits very well into the live production model. Well, resources are only utilized for the time when the live event is being produced. Then of course accessibility, where the operators can access the cloud production environment basically from everywhere, which also defines the way how the new workflows are being defined. Then we have things like scalability, where you can scale your cloud infrastructure in and out depending on how big your production is. And then obviously availability and security, which are defined in the cloud design basically.
Yeah, I love the framework here of the cost accessibility, scalability, availability, security to end it up. What do you think the production team's perspective on all of this is?
I think it's really key that we focus on the workflows of the operators. That we don't try to we shouldn't let the technology really impact the way people want to work. It's the workflows that matters. We need to make the cloud infrastructure seamless for operators. So we it's going to be some kind of hybrid. So there's ground resources, there's cloud resources. So there's definitely complexity here in handling these workflows. But what we try to do is try to make this seamless for the operator. So the operator basically doesn't have to worry about the where resources actually are. We want to make them work most efficiently. That's really the goal, and to innovate new workflows that is made possible by the technology, by all this flexibility that cloud technology can bring us.
Yeah, and I'd love to double click a little bit more on the hybrid approach here. If you could, 52% are using the plan to hybrid cloud.
So I think from what we've seen is that there are different ways how broadcasters want to adapt cloud for live production. Some of them want to move all their workflows to the cloud and basically produce only in the cloud. However, there's also a group of customers who wants to basically use a cloud as an extension. So do more like a hybrid type of production where they're still utilizing their on-prem resources. However, if there's a high peak or need for extra resources, they can easily extend and spin up additional infrastructure in the cloud to basically extend their production over there.
That's super interesting. What kind of technical challenges does that provide for the end user?
Well, basically, on-prem production already today is quite complex. It produces a lot of complexity. You're basically, it spans different type of environments from different type of networks, and also you're using different type of formats like SDI 2110 or NDI. Now, if you add the cloud bit into that, we are adding some extra complexity as well with the ground-to-cloud connectivity and also connectivity inside the cloud. So the whole basically media exchange is already complex. However, in our opinion, one of the biggest complexity is the control plane, how to control these workflows today. Operators, they don't want to have a separate control system for controlling their on-prem facilities, ground to cloud, and as well as cloud facilities. Basically, they want to have unified control approach and have the same interface to control resources on-prem as well as in the cloud.
You mentioned it a little bit there, but I'd love to dig in a little bit more on some of the orchestration challenges that we see that present for the user too.
Yes, I think there's many challenges there. It's you know, when you look at the complexity here with this hybrid infrastructure. So ground, we have systems today that control and orchestrate resources on the ground, but then we're adding cloud. And there's an explosion of different formats involved here, and also technologies for transporting media services. So you really need something that can handle this complexity across both ground and cloud infrastructure. So, you know, there's formats like JPEG XS, HEVC, NDI, and so forth that all have different properties, and we need to manage this complexity and make sure that we fulfill the operator requirements. That's really essential going forward. And it's also, you know, we then have to manage the cloud specific. So cloud is obviously very flexible. We can spin up resources on demand, but we also have to manage that complexity. We have to take care that we you know, start instances at the right time, take down resources when they're no longer needed, and optimize really, you know, the cost aspect of using the cloud as well, to give operators and our customers that flexibility that they're looking for by going to cloud solutions.
Yeah, and you know, you mentioned a lot too about kind of the ground to cloud solutions that you're implementing right now. You also have such a large global clientele as well. I'd love to hear maybe some of the stories or some of the use cases that you're seeing and the innovation behind this technology and some of the clients that you're working with too. Yeah,
I think you know, it's interesting journey for our customers. Also, you know, it very much started from playout type solutions, but now what we are working a lot on is actual live production in cloud. That's, you know, where Nevion is coming from, and that's where also, you know, our parent company Sony is very much investing. So we have customers that are you know, tier 1 customers that are moving to cloud at the moment, and we're orchestrating those workflows. And I think this is going to really evolve also into the, you know, the tier 2, the tier 3 type of customers. They're going to see the benefits that cloud can give them in terms of the flexibility for handling events. You know, doesn't make sense, especially in our business where there's, you know, sports events. Doesn't make sense to always have a lot of equipment on shelf. You know, there's a lot of flexibility and benefit that you can get from just spinning up those resources when you need them.
Sure.
And yeah, if you need more, then you spin up more resources. So yeah, it's that flexibility.
Well, I was just going to say that flexibility, it's so attractive, but it can often be hard to actually implement sometimes, or get someone to implement. You know, we talked about this at the top, but I'm curious maybe some of the challenges or any hesitancy you had when it comes to transitioning over someone to accept more of that flexibility in their production workflow.
Yeah, it's obviously kind of a new area for a lot of people. So you know, in our business, it's kind of traditional and conservative. So you come from customers are very used to, you know, the type of technology and equipment that they've been using in the past. But I think it's obvious for people that, you know, these benefits of how we can use cloud, especially in the for event-based productions, is quite obvious. So so it's easy to sell those values, I think.
But also in our solutions that we are offering for our customers, we are trying to hide this complexity a little bit, so simplify their operations. So again, this is what we were talking about earlier. If you have a unified orchestration, then you basically, we are trying to allow our customers to operate cloud workflows exactly the same way as they would be traditionally deployed on-prem.
Yeah, and it is that simplicity that you're bringing as well too.
Basically, this is what we are trying to do.
Yeah, we've touched on a lot here. Where can people find out a little bit more about what you're doing right now and some of the use cases if they're looking to create some more simplistic and flexible workflows?
Yeah, so please come to the Sony booth in the North Hall. We do have a demonstration of a lot of the things, of the concepts that I've been talking about here today. So look out for the video iPath cloud orchestration demonstration that we have on the Sony stand, and there we're also showing, you know, integration with other cloud production resources like Sony's M2LX Vision Mixer, for instance, and other partner products that we work with to, you know, really establish these end-to-end cloud workflows for live production.
Okay, so we're here in the West Hall right now. We're going to head over to the North Hall in just a bit so we can check it out. Jan, Cezary, thank you so much for joining me. Again, love what Nevion is doing and looking forward to see how you innovate next.
Perfect.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us all here from the NA booth.